Hey there, everybody. This is Adam Zundall from the Mountain East Conference, and we wanted to take this opportunity to highlight some of the people behind the scenes on campus athletic departments that are working so hard on behalf of the student athletes on a daily basis. And joining us now from Wheeling University, it's Andrew Woodley. Andrew, how are you doing?
Doing good, Adam. Tough result last night for our men's and women's basketball teams, but we're getting ready for Concord, just getting all my stuff together. We're going to host some basketball this Saturday, so looking forward to it.
Well, we want to get to know a little bit more about the job, but let's first get to know you a little bit more. Tell us a little bit about yourself, just the basics, where you're from, where you went to school, and how you ended up at Wheeling.
Well, I am originally from Greenville, Pennsylvania. That is in northwest Pennsylvania. It's about an hour north of Pittsburgh, 40 minutes south of Erie. I did my undergrad at California University of Pennsylvania over in the old PSAC. Got to work for Tom Burns. He actually brought me on originally. He was the SID when I was a freshman, and he had a work study opening, and I jumped on it. And then he took off for, I think, the Capital Athletic Conference, and Matt Kiefer has been the SID there since. And Matt was kind of a mentor for me for 3 years. That kind of propelled me to my first job after college. I worked at Otterbein University out in Columbus, Ohio. Worked for Ed Seguda and Adam Prescott out there, and those guys helped mold me a lot into the SID I am today. And no, since then I've worked over at as a grad assistant. I went back to Cal U, and I've worked at Salem and Bethany in D3. And a little bit about myself, though. I'm married. My wife Rachel and I have a 2-year-old little girl named Blair. We have 2 Lhasa Apsos, Oliver and Penny, who are named after 2 of the pierogies that race at PNC Park. So it's actually where we got our names from.
All right, so you obviously are involved in everything at Wheeling, but what about your favorite sport to cover?
Ooh, my favorite sport. I'm a baseball guy, but I actually love covering softball. I just like some of the nuance to it. I love baseball too, don't get me wrong, but softball, it's not baseball. It's its own sport, and I think that a lot of people don't understand that sometimes. So it's kind of fun to watch the little nuances that you see in softball games. But baseball and softball is definitely probably my 2 favorite sports.
What do you enjoy most about sports information and working on a college campus?
I think it's the relationships, not just with the coaches, but with the student athletes. I've been here at Wheeling for over 2 years now, and I've gotten to the point where I see people in the entryway. I see student athletes, and I know them by name because they know me from being the person who's taking their headshots and writing all the recaps or doing all their photos, all that stuff. So it's fun to get to build those relationships, obviously with the coaches, because I see them every day, but some of the student athletes and getting to tell their stories, and then getting to share in their triumphs too. It's always fun to have a leg up on when awards are going to get announced, and you get all that stuff prepped up. And it's really exciting to see reactions on social media, but also in person. Certain instances. I was lucky enough to be with the volleyball team 2 years ago at the what was it called? The Fall Festival. And one of our student athletes, Kenzie Schreier, was the Elite 90 Award winner. And that's such a huge honor. And I just kind of had it in my back pocket the whole time. And when it got announced, it was kind of a surprise to everyone, but it was on Twitter 2 seconds later. And I think Christy looked at me, she's like, "Did you know?" I was like, "Yeah, I knew." So it's those moments are really fun, telling the stories of our student athletes.
What is maybe the misconception about sports information that you'd like to take this opportunity to clear up right now?
The misconception that I do one thing, that I'm either, oh, you're the web guy, or you're the social media guy, or oh, you do all the pictures and that stuff. And it's like, well, yeah, I do that, but then I do like 50 other things. I don't think people realize it's fine. Yeah, we're not just writers anymore. We're not just video people. We're not just social media managers. We're everything. Jack of all trades type of people. So it doesn't really bother me, but it just kind of makes me laugh whenever I get someone that's like, oh yeah, you're the graphics guy. So yeah, it's one of those things.
Well, Andrew, again, thank you for your time here today, but also for all of the work that you put in on Wheeling campus and all of the work that you do for the Mountain East Conference. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks, Adam, and thanks for taking the time to share some of these stories. We really appreciate everything that you and the whole staff of the Mountain East do. So thank you.
You got it. Thanks.